Hello, and welcome to FLIA News. I'm Simon Crocker from Iowa City, Iowa.
And I'm David Wolf from Miami, Florida.
Now, it's the eve of the Outback Bowl between the University of Florida and the University of Iowa, and we are very pleased to be able to bring you a special news report tonight.
That's right, Simon, and because of some budget troubles in both of our states, and in an effort to promote solidarity between the schools, our two news teams have combined tonight to deliver you the news. And now I believe we have a special story from the Sunshine State. Simon?
Thanks, David. Now, in Fort Myers, Florida, after being ripped off during a marijuana drug deal, a woman decided to take matters into her own hands. She called 911 and reported the emergency, and soon after, a patrol car arrived. Once she told the police officers what had happened to her, they promptly arrested her for misuse of 911 services. After searching her car, they found a little bag of Mary Jane stuffed beneath the seat cushion. Now she is facing 2 misdemeanor charges: misusing 911 and possessing marijuana. Now, I don't know how they handle things in Florida, but in Iowa, we take care of our own can of business. David?
Thanks, Simon. Now in Iowa news, police in Iowa City found one De'Aaron Hearn passed out drunk early Tuesday morning on a park bench. Police woke Hearn and asked if he was intoxicated. Hearn responded by offering the police officers a $20 bill. They rejected the currency and told Hearn to call a friend to get a ride home. Hearn then took the $20 bill, placed it to his ear, and attempted to call a friend. Needless to say, he was arrested for public intoxication, but can you blame him? There's nothing else to do in a state full of corn and empty fields. The mystery still stands as to whom he was trying to contact on his $20 bill. Now back to Simon with a little bit on Florida law.
Now we have an interesting little tidbit on the legal system in Florida. Did you know it is illegal to both leave an elephant in a parking spot with an expired meter and sing while wearing a bathing suit in a public area? Well, thank goodness for that, because there's nothing that pisses me off more than when someone is too busy singing at the beach to move their elephant out of my parking spot. Now, I believe David has some interesting facts about Iowa law.
That's right, Simon, and I would say that both of those laws are very beneficial for many of the residents in Florida. Now, in Iowa, did you know that it's completely illegal for a fully blind person to own a gun? That's right, police officers in Iowa say that they cannot deny a citizen the right to own a gun based on physical ability. People in favor of this law say that taking a blind person's gun away voids the Americans with Disabilities Act and their constitutional right to bear arms. In at least one Iowa county, blind people can get special training to operate a gun. I mean, I guess that's okay. I don't know who they're going to shoot. I don't think corn counts as homicide. Up next, our field correspondent will have a brief summary about alumni from each school. But first, a word from our sponsor. Alright guys, what's on the agenda for the day?
Morning, Pops. After your morning swim, you'll be singing on your way to the car. The police will promptly arrest you for this horrendous crime. Don't worry though, I'll use your retirement fund to pay off the fine.
Sounds like a plan. What's up next?
At lunch, you'll have a friendly encounter with some guys that bear an uncanny resemblance to the rednecks from Deliverance. You'll then find out that the encounter will turn rather unfriendly.
Sounds good. What's up next?
On your way out of work, you'll find that your elephant has been towed because you forgot to feed the meter.
Sounds like a pretty good day overall. Good thing I got my orange juice.
Good evening. I'm Preston Johnson, and today we have a very special story from the universities of Florida and Iowa. Many of you know Gene Wilder for his roles in Willy Wonka, Young Frankenstein, and Blazing Saddles. What you may not know about Wilder is that he is in fact a graduate of the University of Iowa. Having graduated in 1955 with a bachelor's in communications and theater arts, Wilder is considered one of the university's most beloved alumni. Our next alumni hails from Pensacola, a small town off the coast of southern Florida. Emmett Smith went to the University of Florida from the years 1987 to 1989. Smith's football career started out with a bang, breaking the school's single-game rushing record in his first starting game. Smith's career is the best in school history, as he broke a total of 58 rushing records. Smith went on to play for the Dallas Cowboys and is one of the 5 players to score more than 1,000 points. Playing for 15 seasons and winning 3 Super Bowls, Smith is considered one of the best running backs to have ever played football. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Morning, guys. What's on the agenda for today?
On your way to work, you'll hit 3 deer, completely totaling your car.
Great. Anything else?
On your way home from work, you'll encounter someone robbing a blind person. The blind person will draw his weapon and fire 3 shots in self-defense, all of which will hit you.
Awesome. Good thing I have my corn juice.
Welcome to Sports Corner. I'm Jackson Bruce. Today we have the history of the rivalry between the University of Florida and the University of Iowa. In previous football games, the Gators and the Hawks have faced off in 3 bowl games. The 1983 Gator Bowl, in which Florida stomped the Hawkeyes 14-6. The 2003 Outback Bowl, when Iowa mustered a win 37-17 over the Gators. And the 2005 Outback Bowl, in which Florida yet again showed its dominance by winning 31-24. Florida has a respectable 3 national football championships compared to Iowa's whopping goose egg. In other lesser sports, Iowa has won 23 national championships in wrestling and produced 17 Olympic wrestlers. That's all for sports. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now we have a rather embarrassing story from the University of Florida. Over 3,000 applicants received some unexpected and rather unwelcome news when they found out that their applications were actually for an online program rather than the traditional residential program. This online program, known as the Pathway to Campus Enrollment, is a program that requires incoming freshmen to take 2 semesters of online classes before they can move on to campus. Now, although there are benefits to this program, such as the 25% tuition discount, many of the applicants and their families are upset by the sudden revelation.
Wrong. Sorry, continue, Simon.
As I was saying, Joe Glover, the university provost, has reported that his phone line has been filled with parents asking questions and expressing concern. With all the benefits and consequences considered, it is estimated that only 10% of the accepted applicants will accept the program.
Well, Simon, thanks for that very informative report. Now on to a bit of a mess on the U of I campus. Now think, colleges used to be a place for the elite to gain more knowledge before entering the job market and the adult world. Now they're a place full of scary, terrifying, furry monsters. Or at least that's what one professor at the university says. This professor at the university thinks that the beloved mascot Herky the Hawkeye is actually traumatizing students. The professor was quoted as saying, "I believe incoming students should be met with a welcoming, nurturing, calm, accepting, and happy message." In her opinion, these are all qualities that Herky the Hawkeye lacks. Now, the university responded to this claim, saying that they were more concerned about a safe campus than if a grown 18-year-old is scared of a mascot. Now, in this reporter's opinion, if an 18-year-old's scared of a mascot, they have much, much bigger problems.
You know what? I am sick and tired of you.
Hello, I'm Alec Crobe,
And I'm Jackson Bruce.
and welcome back to FLIA News. For our final story tonight, we have a story about 2 reporters who engaged in an all-out brawl, ending with the 2 falling out of a 3-story building.
From all of us remaining here at FLIA News, have a great night.